Carrie Fisher sings.
I saw it.
And the grandpa watches that weird pornography on the hologram.
That was uncomfortable.
Yeah, I did see it too. I watched it on YouTube. I think it's okay to say that I watched it on YouTube, right? We're on YouTube.
I love YouTube.
Or Periscope.
Except for all those ads. Sometimes I get an ad and then another ad. And I'm like, screw you, YouTube!
I love you, YouTube. Why would you do that? You could say that in the Periscope version of the show or on Facebook. You don't say that. Like on here, this is the YouTube version of the show. You say, oh, I love you, YouTube. Facebook, brr, Twitter, brr, Periscope, brr. But on those versions of the show, oh, yeah, YouTube is garbage. Periscope's the best.
I'm a liberal, so First Amendment.
We don't have any of that stuff anymore. The world is off, man. They turned it off.
It's not.
Yeah, dude. Your rights are like a faucet. And, like, sometimes you get a little of the hot and a little of the cold.
They haven't declared martial law yet.
And they just went like this.
Oh, we don't have a studio audience.
That's what we did. You see what I just said there? Is I said, and then they went like this.
The government started shutting us off.
And you heard that bottle fall. We do have a studio audience of one. I will let everyone out there know. I was kind of hoping that she was going to, like, laugh and clap and do, like, some studio office kind of stuff.
Oh, I didn't know if I was allowed to. So
yeah. You can make any noise you want. We are not that straight-laced on this show.
I'm suppressing so much laughter.
Have you been watching us for the last 30 minutes?
Yeah, that's why she hasn't been laughing.
No hooks or crooks. No rules. No regulations.
There's nothing. We're just doing a show. You want to clap or cheer or hoot or holler, you please help yourself. Right. Much like WrestleMania with no crowd, we're better with a studio audience, even if it's one.
All right, I just got to run to the bathroom.
Well, our studio audience is going to the bathroom. So in the meantime, we'll entertain you while our studio audience runs to use the facility. Oh, there she goes.
Have fun using that China-like bathroom.
I gotta crawl up 60 stories.
Yeah, by the time she gets up there, man, that ladder is going to be full of pee. And it's wood, so it's going to soak right in. Oh, yuck.
We're never going to see her again. It takes that long. We wouldn't even be filming the show if you took your time to come down that ladder.
Corona's up there.
Bye.
Don't come back, because, I don't want it. I was going to get in the car. It's going to be like when you take, the dog out to the forest and you let him, go fetch the ball, and you drive away. I was going to do that with the Corona on the way home. I go, hey, go get that thing over there, and then drive off.
No, but I hope she doesn't get the Corona, because it's that last female type scenario.
Well,
During the apocalypse.
I think there are other females who don't have it yet.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying.
For you, yeah, that's your last female. Yes, that's true. That's true. At least for now.
If it hits the fan.
Right. If it
hits the fan.
S word. He was saying the S word. Like, shh, before it.
This is like Noah's Ark. You gotta have a male and a female, right?
Unfortunately,
I don't have any animals.
Was there women on there with Noah?
Oh. Well, we're not very religious, so we don't know anything.
No, if we were, we probably wouldn't be down here in the coronavirus filming a show while we drink.
Yeah, talking. I can't talk without swearing. I just can't do it.
The last show had so much cursing in it, I really don't think it matters at this point. We are a not safe for work show now.
We need to have the parental advisory explicit lyrics.
I can put that at the beginning of the show.
Thing before it needs to be there. I feel like parental advisor warning. There's a little dust. It might be my lenses.
This is good television right here, folks. This is good television. So
I feel like how long are we going?
I don't know. I don't even know how long we've been going. We were going to time it, and then we switched cameras.
And then we just went.
Well, the plan was I had two here, and we were going to do a stopwatch and a camera. And then we swapped cameras, so I didn't have the stopwatch anymore, and I never thought to put it on the other one. Right. So we're just going. My thought is we're still learning here. We're still going. So as long as the show is still flowing, we'll keep recording. The problem with the last episode, episode 2, I think was weaker than episode 1. Mostly because we were done, and then Ron made us stay on for another 15 minutes because he had ordered chicken wings from the bar that he wanted me to eat on camera. I don't know why he wants me to eat on camera. As I said in episode 1, you really shouldn't eat on camera the way I was. But he literally paid for an order of chicken wings for me so that I would eat them on camera. So he then made us roll for another 15 minutes. He's also the worst producer in the history of anything that ever existed in the world, ever. So
also, I feel like I am a great co-host, but I am not fantastic going solo. And while he's eating chicken wings, I am left with like deer in headlights. Hello.
Yeah, I know. And my topics I give you so good. I'm just like, hey man, I'm gonna eat this chicken wing. So here's the thing: the Earth, it's round. Ow, gum, gum, gum. And then you're just like, sure is.
It is. I
Sure
believe.
is. I like the last episode too. You were like so mad the whole like you got there to Magruder's and you were like someone like farted in your mouth before you walked in the door or something, and you were all upset. So like immediately, I think I told this on the last episode, but I'll tell it again because even though for people watching it's 2 episodes, but for us it's been weeks. You said just before we go up, it's like, okay, you guys are on, come on up, and you were like, I'm not feeling the show today.
I took the wind right off from under
I was
his
like,
sails.
I got up and I was like, yeah, let's do the show, and you're like, I don't feel like doing the show today. I'm like, and then I walked and sat down.
And that's not what you want. You want Keith to be excited and on his game. And
then
that makes for a great show.
And then immediately I'm like, welcome to the show, everybody. I'm Keith, and this is. And I look at you, and you're just like, I mean, I'm like, what happened? And then you spent the whole show like purposely like trying to talk over me and cutting me off because I talk a lot. So you kept like trying to cut me off and talk over me, and then eventually you got up and left. And then Jay came because Jay showed up and he was over on the side here. You were just like. And you like left, so he took your spot for a while. I was like, I don't know what is going on.
I let Jay take the center stage.
He was great though. He actually was great.
If you like debauchery,
he swore a lot, and debauchery is what the show is. I don't think the show.
I think Jay takes it to a whole nother level.
But I thought that the show had been like because we were at a point.
I might drop a lot of f-bombs and say some swear words, but it's still pretty tasteful. And Jay just like. Throws that all out the window.
We were not safe for work in the last episode. We're really not now because you dropped 2 F-bombs. But I thought in the last episode, like, because he...
See how many F-bombs I drop at work.
I don't want to know. Ron's, like, doing this behind us. Or no, he didn't even do that. What did he kept doing? He kept doing some weird symbol. He was like, or something, and it was to keep going. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. What are you telling us? And he's going... I'm like, I don't know what that is. And then eventually one of his kids is like, keep going. I'm like, oh, I guess we're not done yet because we said goodbye and everything. So then we were completely out of material. We were done. He's saying he wants a beer. This is the universal symbol for beer.
Oh, she knows now. We've been through this.
Is she going to give you the one she was drinking? That's a woman right there, man. She was like drinking that, literally sipping it, watching us. You were like, I want a beer. She's like, here you go, baby. Here's mine. I don't even need it anymore. That's what I'm actually going to climb the ladder to get another one. So anyway. We were pretty much out of material, but Ron wanted the show to continue for another 15 minutes when we literally were done. We were out of material, we were done. You were like not even wanting to be in the building.
From the beginning.
Right. Before the show started, you didn't want to be in the building. So anyway, so you get up and leave, and Jay sat down. And I thought that Jay really like brought the show back up. He swore a lot, and he seemed more lost than we do, and we're lost. But he came in and he just revitalized the whole show. I thought for the rest of the show, even after he left and you came back, I felt like everything was rolling better for the rest of that. For the rest of that show.
Sometimes it takes that little bit of a X factor.
Right. Sometimes it just takes Duran saying, oh my God, I could be replaced, and then the show gets better.
I feel like, yes, I can be replaced, but I do bring a certain angle.
Je ne sais quoi.
However you want to put it. I can be replaced. I mean, you could have many counterparts on this show, but none will be... We go way back.
We do go way back.
So,
what you're saying is... again, because you can be replaced, I'll say it to you, for you, is that we have chemistry.
Indeed.
That's what he's trying to say.
That's what
we can finish each other's
sandwiches.
Boom, I knew he was going to say that. That's what I was waiting for. A frozen joke. 2 guys sitting in a bunker, drinking beer, making frozen jokes. That's what this show is in a nutshell. So I do like that. But yeah, I think we have a lot of chemistry together, so we work well with absolutely, because there are very few people that could sit, I don't know, what are we doing, 15 hours we've been on the air at this point, I think. And very few people could just sit here and just, call this number and donate some money to us.
We need it.
Yeah, we do. Very few.
We're in a bunker. I mean, we need money.
And the world is turned off right now. So, I need toilet paper. So you could send me money, send me toilet paper. I don't even know what we were talking about, but if you want to send me things... you please send them to me. Also, I'm trying not to talk with my hands as much.
I get made fun of for talking with my hands at work, but that's just
who
I am.
I do it on this show.
Like, whatever.
I feel like
how I roll.
Visual medium. I gotta it's like, I don't know what to do with my hands.
All right, Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby. Well, we were talking about our chemistry. And it's always existed.
I wish
even
you
from day one of LWL.
I wish you would have just said our chemistry, and I was just gonna stare at you and be like, "Yep," and let it be real quiet. You kept
That
going.
would have been good. That would have
You
been
kept
good.
going. That was. But you did do the Frozen joke, so I'm happy about that. What is that now?
It's left over from when I was.
He's got pieces that you
I'm
built.
constantly working on this bunker, man.
I don't like that we're in a bunker 60 feet underground and you have extra pieces.
I don't know where they're supposed to go.
Yeah, that's not. That does not fill me with confidence.
They're not important.
I hope not. I hope not. Those are the two pieces holding the whole thing together.
Seriously, we tend to get off subject and
There is no subject.
well, off of whatever sort of loose guidelines we're following. And
The camera's on. That's
get
the
really stupid, but on a serious note, I enjoy doing this show, and I hope that you viewers enjoy it as well.
Wow, I would say that's probably almost a note to end the show on. At that point, you really got sentimental. So I guess we're almost done with the show now. I will say that I did enjoy not having food thrown at us in this episode. Ron! I do enjoy not having people walk by the camera and get all in the shot.
Also,
Ron! I enjoy somebody not trying to stand behind us and show us the food in his mouth to the camera. Ron!
I enjoy people not interjecting randomly on our show because they think that the ratings will go up.
Ron! So all of those things I think have been much better on the show without him. So Ron, man, I hope you're enjoying the quarantine.
And trying to make out with me.
Oh, and Ron was trying to make out with our studio audience.
Molesting our fans.
The audience, we have one, and you got to build from one. And Ron is trying to molest our one fan. So anytime your producer tries to molest your one fan, you know, Ronnie Weinstein getting his hands dirty. We've got like 6 views, and the guy's already thinking he's at the top of the podcasting world.
He's like, I can make you a star.
Yeah. How'd you like your own show at Magruder's on Tuesdays? You know, they don't have 65-cent chicken wings, but they could have me. Like, no, man, keep your hands in your pockets if you have to. His kids were right there. Your kids were there. No, we're just kidding with you, Ron. It's just a
One
joke.
thing, and I can only hope that this show grows and evolves as we go along. One thing I would like
It can only go up from here.
One thing I would like to have is a little bit more
Cookies.
well, yes, I feel like we have some, so we don't need more. But one thing I would like to see is some Twitter involvement. I feel like we can have,
Oh, yeah.
even if it's in days leading up to our shows, we could have Twitter questions or comments.
My biggest problem with, and this is not stuff we should probably talk about on the show, but again, we don't really have any boundaries or idea what we're doing before we go on the air. So we'll just
Or
talk
anybody
about it.
waving their fingers at us.
So what I will
Ron!
So what I will say though is that is one of the biggest things with Twitter is just leading up to this show. If you happen to follow us on Twitter, is leading up to this show. Ron's like, he asks me, "Are you guys gonna be doing a show?" Oh, we're talking about it. So immediately he sends out a tweet. They're doing a show, and I'm like, well, I don't know that I agree with that tweet. That's my response to it. I don't know that I agree with that. Then he tweets out again. They're going to be live Monday. And I said, maybe. Then he sends another one. They're doing a show Monday. And says something. And I literally have to text him. And I'm like, man, can't you just ask me before you send the tweet? Like, just send me a text. Hey, dude, is this a cool tweet? Or give me the password. I'm sitting at home too, man. We do got to get more social media involved. If nothing else, then you can always follow us on Twitter, as I put it down here many times during the show, hopefully. If not, I am at Keith White Jr., Keef White Jr. You are?
I am at Salvatore Morocco, drop the O, and that's how you get to me.
And those are the two of us on Twitter. See, if you don't want to follow at Tavern Talk 716, you can just follow the two of us, and we'll give you everything and anything you ever need. I've been doing due to the quarantine. I've been doing daily doodles on the Twitter,
and they're fantastic. I can't say enough about your drawings. Obviously, you've been doing Color With Me Adventures for quite some time now. How many issues would you say you have already?
I appreciate that. There are 41 Color With Me Adventure books. They are chapter books with pictures to color in between the chapters, as I mentioned in every single episode. This time someone brought it up, and I didn't have to do it. I appreciate that very
You're
much.
welcome.
They are chapter books with pictures to color in between the chapter. You can also go to keithwhitejr.com, and if your kids have the books and they colored the pictures already and you want to download the pictures so you can recolor them, you don't have to rebuy the books. I'm not doing this so that I sell a trillion books. I'm more than happy to sell some books and then people can re-download the pictures and color them again. Or, if you want to never color in the book and just do it that way, you're more than welcome to. If you buy a book and you want to send me a message online or email, I'd be more than happy. You can send it to me in the mail. I will sign it and send it right back to you. I'm more than happy to do that. I was going to say one of my pictures that I put on my Daily Doodle is a Ninja Turtle picture, if you have or haven't seen it. I have gotten 6 people have asked me if they can buy it.
And it's a fantastic doodle. And that I started by saying all of these doodles are fantastic, and that segued into you
Yes,
are
into my
actually
books.
a book
Yes.
author and artist.
International.
And all of the
best-selling
doodles are
books.
great, and I appreciate the alternating themes. The
Oh,
rotating.
yeah. Well, a lot of them people have been DMing me.
Okay.
And they'll say, hey, can you do a Pokemon, or can you do a Disney character, or can you do whatever? So I've been trying to draw, like a guy had messaged me, I don't know if I should say his name on here just because he DM'd me and not a tweet, so I won't say who it was on Twitter, sent me a message and said, my daughter is into bears right now. Can you do a bear? And I was like, well, I don't want to just draw a regular old bear, so I did Yogi Bear.
Of
And
course,
I did the one
one
that
of the
I did,
most famous ones.
Right, I did Yogi and Boo Boo sleeping through the quarantine.
Don't I have a famous Italian yogi? Hey, boo boo, we're going to go steal some picnic baskets.
Is that really your Yogi the Bear impression?
Which I thought was great, but it turns out somebody
Hey,
informed
boo-boo.
me that it's the Dago version of yogi.
Whoa!
Oh, I can't say that. My bad. Apologies to all of the Italian folks.
I am offended.
I do not mean it in a negative derogatory
I am the
manner.
letter O followed by offended. I am offended. Oh my goodness! You don't say that. That's awful. I am gonna make sure not to edit that out of the show. That's awful. So back to my children, my drawings for children. What is that? I don't. Hey, boo boo.
Hey, Jim, I'm going to steal some picnic baskets.
Hey, let's go get a picnic basket. If he dies, he dies. Nah, he didn't say that way.
Yeah, that's...
But anyway, yeah, the Ninja Turtle one, I got a bunch of people send me messages on Twitter asking if they could buy it. I've never put a picture online before if people wanted to buy it. Like, people go, oh, that's cool, man, I'll check out your books. I've gotten that a lot. Or DM where, hey, man, can I have a link to check out your books? I get that. This was like, sell that to me. And then I was getting texts on my phone, sell that to me. I want to buy that. I'll buy a print. My first thought was, I don't know how to do prints. I've never even done that. Like, I was like, I'll do prints. Sure, I don't know how to do that, though.
And I feel like you're a very modest individual, contrary to what you people see.
Yeah,
because
this is all for... This is
100% full of himself on this show. And that translates into real life, even though we know it's mostly an act.
Mm-mm.
Very, very, very humble
I
individual.
love me.
But it's very cool to see people taking interest because I do feel that they're great doodles.
Thank you. And I do want to find out what it costs to make prints because I do want to sell them, but I'm not going to make money on them. I just whatever it costs me. If somebody wants one, I'll be more than happy to make up a print for whatever
Very cool.
it costs me, sign it, and off it goes. I don't have any interest in making money on it. I just think it's cool if people wanted to buy
That
it.
reminds me, I need a new print of a new signed print rather.
What
Of
did
the
you
Danger
do with it?
Cage. Did I don't know.
What did you do with the one I gave you?
I don't know. You know, I've been involved with this bunker. Things burned down.
So I guess we're gonna have to put it up here somewhere. We'll put it like right here.
Yes.
It'll be the cell. You know what I'll do is I'll do that one for you. I'll do a print and I'll do the one with Salvatore Morocco in it too.
Yes.
And Tango Torres in the
Excellent.
same picture. And we can put them up here. And then during the show I can point at them and tell everybody how awesome I am.
I have no problem with that. No quarrels whatsoever.
No, I do. I like to have fun on the show and talk about how great I am. But in real life, I also think I'm pretty great. So
In real life, I also think Keith is pretty great.
yeah, I know. We were going to end the show a long time ago when you got all sappy, and it just kept going because we're having fun. But I do think we are probably close to the end here. I have no idea how long we've been on for, but if Ron was here, he'd tell us to go for another 3 or 4 hours. So I guess we can cut it off whenever we want. So I did have a very good time here. I think we had I don't know if we covered. I was gonna say we had a lot to cover because we haven't talked to each other really in a couple weeks. But I don't know that we covered anything really. We drank these Stone Cold.
We talked and drank
glasses.
beer, and that's
I got
really
a couple,
all you can expect.
I got a couple awesome Toxic Crusader comics. And now I do have a dilemma though because I don't know if I want to read these or keep them sealed. I don't know because I would love to read these. These are so awesome. I think I have both of these issues, but I would like to read them again. But either way, I'm going to have to decide whether I'll read these or not. And you know what? We never also talked about. We started talking about Lloyd Kaufman, and we really kind of went off. We did.
We got sidetracked.
We
can always cover that because that's such a cool moment. I've been very blessed and had the ability to experience many, many different cool things, whether it be music, wrestling, music videos, filmmaking. And I still hold that experience with Lloyd Kaufman and making of Poltergeist at a very, very high standard.
That was so fun. It really was.
It really was fantastic.
So many years ago, though, I will tell. So many years ago, the picture I posted online on Twitter, if you look at it, it's a drawing of Toxie, the Toxic Crusader, and Noxie, the Noxious Offender from the last Toxic Crusader or Toxic Avenger movie, and their cartoon versions. And then my kids are in the picture with them as well, because had been talking to Troma many years ago. This is like 7 years ago now. It doesn't feel
like that long ago.
So, but I talked to Lloyd about doing a book in my book series with the Toxic Crusaders, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we'll do that." So he goes, "Write something and get it to me." So I write the book and I do the artwork and I send it off and I say, the artwork is still, early because it's just rough sketches that I sent along with the book. I said, so just ignore those, but it's just to give you an idea. And then I had a conference call with him. His assistant called me and put me on with him. We had a conference call about some of the things he liked about the book, some things he didn't. I made some changes. We did some stuff. And then he says to me, what about... Oh, no, and before all this, as I'm still working on the book, Class of Newcomb High Volume 1 came out. And they were here for the premiere. And I was going to go to the premiere with a friend of mine. And I'll shout out to Drew here because it was Drew. I was going to not say a name. Hi, Drew. I was going to not say a name, but it was Drew. We went and saw Class of Newcomb High, and so they were sold out. They tweeted out that the tickets were all gone. I said, I guess we can't go because it's sold out. So Lloyd sends me a message, and he says, hey, I got 2 tickets for you at the window. Just let him know who we are, and I'll have 2 tickets ready. So we went down, and we saw the movie, and afterwards I brought some books. And afterwards, I presented the books to Lloyd in front of the crowd. And they took a lot of pictures. I think it's actually on. Do you have that DVD of
Poltergeist?
No, not Poltergeist.
No,
Class of Newcomb High. Okay, because I think on the special features of that DVD is the footage of me giving him the book at the premiere, because that was the world premiere of the movie, because they filmed here as well as Poltergeist. So I gave him the books, and I gave him the first one he looks at is Andrew and the Pirates, and he goes and he shows the crowd. He goes, "Oh, butt pirates." Okay. So and I signed
it's Lloyd.
It's a very Troma thing. So he takes the books and he's like, I'm going to sell these on eBay. So he takes the books and then I don't hear from him for a while. And then finally we had the conference call and he told me things he likes, things he didn't. I made some changes in the books. And then he goes, what about the artwork? And I said, what about it? He said, well, what about this artwork that's in the book? I said, well, it's rough still. I'm still working on it. He goes, well, do you have a different artist? I said, no. I do. I said, but those pictures, that's not the final art for the book. And he goes, well, I think your kids look great in the book. They're cute, but I don't like the way my characters look. I said, oh, all right. He goes, well, you ever think about working with another artist? I said, well, no, it's kind of part of the series is, I do all the artwork and everything, and then I write these books for my kids. I'm not writing this to make money.
It's consistent.
Right. And so then he was kind of like, you know what, maybe we're going to go in a different direction. And that was kind of the end of it. I said, okay, no problem. So I ended up actually, that book did come out. I just wrote those characters out and I created my own characters.
Okay.
And it's actually the book, Andrew and Colin's Summer Road Trip.
All right.
Is that book. And I changed the characters all around and I changed elements of the story that would have been related to
the Troma universe.
The Troma universe. And I changed all that and I reworked it. It's a very different book now than it was. I changed a lot of it. I changed the whole ending of the book. But either way. And then he sees the cover after it's done and tells me he likes that. Once the cover was actually done, like colored and done and completely finished, he likes that. And then he tells me that the artwork is, if it was going to be based on the cartoon, it has to look exactly like the cartoon. He's like, it's got to look just like the cartoon. So then, 6 months later, they released a line of T-shirts with all the cartoon characters drawn weird by all these different artists. I was like, you son of a gun,
Scuzzy.
I think you took the exact thing I was doing that you told me I couldn't do, and then you had a bunch of other people do it, and you released shirts. So I wasn't happy about that. So that's that story. I don't hold a grudge, though. It's fine. I still enjoy their movies very much. I'm still very excited about these comic books. That particular thing didn't work out.
It's unfortunate. Sometimes you meet your heroes and they let you down.
He didn't let me down. We didn't have the same vision. It happens. Maybe we'll work together in the future. Who knows? We're in a quarantine now. Maybe he'll get bored and he'll pick up some of my books that I gave him, read them, and give me a call. He's got my phone number. I've talked to him quite a few times on the phone. We talked online before. Maybe he'll give me a call. Maybe they'll film another movie in Buffalo and want me to be in it again.
I'm still waiting to see Volume 2 of New Goodbye. Are we ever going to...
It came out. Oh, yeah, it came out on DVD.
Okay.
Yeah, it's out.
All right.
So I haven't seen it yet either, but it's out.
No, the first volume ended so obnoxiously that I can't wait to see where they go.
Well, yeah, it came out 2012.
Yeah.
And the new one just came out end of 2019.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to that.
So now we went from you being sappy, we were going to end the show, and then we just kept going. And then I just told a sad story. Now we're going to try to end the show again. We should have stuck with your sappy one. So either way, I had a great time again. I don't know how long the show went, but we had I think the show went well.
Indeed, I feel good about it.
If you think it went well, give us a thumbs up.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's all the retweets.
Yes, retweet us. Send links out. Give us a thumbs up on YouTube. Comment if you want.
Yeah,
good,
comment,
bad.
Retweet.
You could
shoot us questions. Tell us
put a comment at the bottom. Yes, you guys were awful. I'm never gonna watch this again.
I know I suck.
I don't care if you think this sucks. You watched. So either way, I am Keith White Jr., international best-selling children's author. KeithWhiteJr.com @KeithWhiteJr. You are.
I am Lawrence Gomez, a.k.a. Duran, a.k.a. South Morocco, a.k.a. Sexy Randall, the Pharaoh Wizard.
Again. Either way, this has been Tavern Talk 716 in a bunker, no tavern. Hopefully, we'll be back again next week. I know normally we were live on Mondays. This will probably go online the Friday, maybe over the weekend.
Thursday, Saturday.
That's the beauty of the internet. I tried to explain this to Ranting Ron. That's the beauty of the internet. It doesn't have to be live. It can go up whenever. It's on demand. The world is on demand, and the world is also turned off right now. Hopefully the world will be turned back on, and we'll be doing normal stuff again soon. If not, you can still hang out with us. You can watch the episodes as many times as you want. Stay home. Stay safe.
Cheers.
You said cheers. Yeah? Okay. What was that?